खास मिठास जो किसी और में कहां।
Without loss. Great start from Andre Fletcher and Opal Tharanga.
Declan Sajib, another bowler who bowls a short one, invites the batsman to have a swing at it. Does get to a fielder and does manage to restrict the batsman to a single, but the Dhaka Dynamite's bowling has been rather paltry, to say the least. Haven't been penetrating enough or accurate enough. Moinul Chaudhary is in the middle. TSM, Tanveer Ahmed, you can see. Good to see the men. Those shots in the V, hasn't played too many horizontal bat shots, not too many wide of the stumps, but despite the fact it was tight, the bowling, he was equal to the task. Oh, that's guided delectably. Just open the face, little deft touch and a single results.
Tharanga plays a lot of those shots, likes the late cut, likes to play it behind the wicket. Unlike Andre Fletcher, Tharanga gets a lot of his runs behind the wicket, both on the off and on side.
He goes for it, gets the inside part of the bat. Didn't get too many square of the wicket. He gets one rather involuntarily.
Yeah, Andre Fletcher was looking for another big one. Look at him teeing off there, just like a nice day at the golf course. Get out the big woods every time. And finally, Adil Rashid at the end of his second over manages to beat the bat. End of 9 overs, the Sylhet Sixers definitely in command. Haven't lost a wicket yet. They've got 76 runs on the board. And is this possibly the opportunity for both the teams to have a bit of a breather? So wait and see if the umpire does tell us. And yes, the umpire confirms that it is the Bosundhara LP Gas Strategic.
फुटबॉल के दीवानों हो जाओ तैयार, जियो सुपर लाया मौका शानदार। लालीगा फैन क्लब में आओ, लालीगा इनामात बेशुमार पाओ। एंट्री है बहुत आसान। लालीगा की मसनूआत हासिल करने का अहल होने के लिए अपने टीवी से लालीगा मैच की 10 सेकंड की वीडियो बनाकर भेजें। अपने इलाके या ग्राउंड में होने वाले किसी भी फुटबॉल मैच की 10 सेकंड की वीडियो बनाकर भेजें। और अगर आप फुटबॉल में कोई खुसूसी महारत रखते हैं तो वो भी हमसे शेयर कीजिए। मुंतखब शुदा वीडियोस को दिए जाएंगे सरप्राइज गिफ्ट्स, जिनमें शामिल हैं मोबाइल फोन्स, लालीगा मसनूआत, फोन लोड्स और बहुत कुछ। अपनी वीडियोस और तस्वीर हमें व्हाट्सएप करें या जियो सुपर के ऑफिशियल फेसबुक पेज पर शेयर करें, क्योंकि खेल मेरा फुटबॉल।
Brings us to the end of the Boshundhora LP Gas strategic timeout. Not sure the Sylhet batsmen wanted it that badly. They were in a groove. Maybe this is the chance for Dhaka to take advantage of a little bit of a break in play for the Sylhet batsmen. Very interestingly, 76 runs, 46 plus 30 means no extras have been scored by the conceded by Dhaka. Good discipline, but not good enough.
Have a look at the power play package, 51 runs in the 6 overs, and Devlin, delight to watch. Proper cricketing shots. You know, they haven't really thrown the bat all over the place. They waited for the ball, played the ball to the merits, and when there's an opportunity like that one, that was thumped away. It's beautiful to watch it sail away over the boundary. And once again, Andre Fletcher has been absolutely resplendent with this charging. This is a little fortunate, but as they say, fortune favors the brave. He's been pretty brave and he's taken his team to a position of strength. 76 without loss after 9. Cameron Delport. Now this man has got a lot of experience in his 20-over career, has taken 48 wickets. What you're mentioning, Gautam, saunters to... It doesn't generate a lot of pace, does he? But just the point you're making about having a little bit of a rest, losing concentration, batsmen need to refocus. That's the opportunity that the bowlers have got to take.
Yeah, you could see not quite as fluent as he was before that timeout, Andre Fletcher. Delport will have to adjust again to the left-right combination. Upul Taranga played so much cricket in his career, knows exactly what to do in these situations. Finish off the opposition.
It's just Upul Taranga used the pace of the pacier bowlers previously. Now with someone bowling much slower, what does it do? Well, what he does is just stroke it delightfully through the cover. Oh, good diving effort. You need a bit of that from the Dhaka boys if they're going to keep themselves in the game.
Very, very pleasing to the eye, Upul Taranga. Left-handers are known to be elegant, and he definitely belongs to that family. Good effort in the field. Bill concedes 3.
Cut away for a single. Just a reminder. This year, BPL has added an extra overseas player. It used to be 4 per team. Now it's 5. So what do you think the repercussions are going to be, Gautam?
I think it's a good move. If you've got so many of them around and you've made the effort to bring them down, rather have them in the 11 than sitting around watching. 2 overseas players opening for the Sylhet Sixers here, keeping the crowd absolutely delighted as they have been from the start of this game. Nasir Hussain with his bowling, how they've enjoyed it. Wonderful facility. The lights have just taken effect. We've got another game coming up later this evening. Looks like the result of this one should be a foregone conclusion. At the halfway mark in their run chase, the Sylhet Sixers 83, and the openers are still at the halfway mark in their run chase.
White or
The
brown
Sylhet
sugar
Sixers
behind
83, and the openers are still at the halfway mark in their run chase.
White or
The
brown
Sylhet
sugar
Sixers 83, and the openers are still at the halfway mark in their run chase.
White or
The
brown
Sylhet Sixers 83, and the openers are still at the halfway mark in their run chase.
White or
The
brown
Sylhet Sixers 83, and the openers are still at the halfway mark in their run chase. The Sylhet Sixers 83, and the openers
Deepak Fletcher. Punctuated with 3 sixes and 4 fours. Deepak Fletcher. Time for me to welcome in the commentary box Tino Moya from Zimbabwe. How was the flight, mate?
Thank you very much. It was long.
Time for me to welcome
Left
in the commentary box Tino
over 32
Moya
hours
from
ago.
Zimbabwe. How was the flight, mate?
Lovely to be here. Thanks, Samir. Left over 32 hours ago. Lovely to be here.
These two
Thanks,
batsmen,
Samir.
they have run well too. These two batsmen, they have run well too. These two batsmen, they have run well too. A bit of turn for the leg spinner. A bit of turn for the leg spinner. Turn for the leg spinner. Adil Rashid comes with a huge reputation in this BPL. Hasn't been able to make an impression with a huge reputation in this BPL. In his first over, he really struggled, but gradually easing into the job. In his first over, he really struggled, consistently hitting the lens, easing into the job. And his first over, he really struggled, consistently hitting the lens, easing into the job. Consistently
Often happens. Doesn't it? Often happens. This was off delivery. That's a leg spinner. Left, doesn't it? And this was off delivery. That's a leg spinner. Left, doesn't it? Often happens, doesn't it? This was off delivery. That's a leg spinner. Left, happens, doesn't it? And this was.
Oh, well, he picked up the length of that delivery and hit the ball with all the certainty in the world. And a huge 6, 20 over. It's 92 without loss after 11. All the certainty in the world. And a huge 6, 20 over.
जिंदगी में कुछ खास मिठास हमेशा साथ रहती है, जैसे व्हाइट और ब्राउन शुगर की खास मिठास मजेदार कैरमल के साथ। एक ऐसा अनोखा मजा जो हमेशा रहे आपके खास मिठास, जैसे व्हाइट और ब्राउन शुगर की खास मिठास मजेदार कैरमल के साथ। एक ऐसा अनोखा मजा जो हमेशा रहे आपके खास मिठास, क्योंकि कैंडी में है वो खास मिठास जो किसी और में कहां।
Problems right from the beginning for Dhaka Dynamite's captain Shakib. His batsman didn't come to the fore, and now the bowlers are struggling. Problems augmenting. Another bowling change. Abu Haider. The bowlers are struggling. Problems augmenting. Not a lot of experience for him in this format. Abu Haider. Not a lot of experience for him in this format. Not a lot of experience for him in this format. Not a lot of experience for him in this format. Left arm round. Left arm round. He's a fearless batsman, Andre Fletcher. Doesn't mind playing his strokes. That's the way he started, and then it was problems the way he batted. 6 is 4s the way he started, and then any bowler, it was problems. he had the solution.
They've been sensible. I like the way they've taken them on. The bowlers, that is. So they haven't been reckless. They've always been made to play their strokes. They've done that, and they've done that well. Good confidence. The bowlers, that is. So they haven't been reckless.
Good intelligence too.
And they've done that well. Good confidence.
If you are chasing a moderate total, you don't really need to go haywire. Just play sensibly. Wait for the ballers to get frustrated in order to pick up wickets, and that's your chance as a batsman to score boundaries, and that's what they did. Highly impressive. And that's your chance as a batsman to score boundaries, and that's what they did. Highly impressive. Your chance as a batsman to score boundaries, and that's what they did. Well bowled. Only a single. As we go downstairs to Alina, who's got something for us. Well bowled. Only a single.
So there's a lot of excitement in the stadium. It's completely packed. I've heard there have been people outside, and we have some fans here. There's a lot of excitement in the stadium. It's completely tell me guys, so you are definitely supporting Dhaka Dynamites. What do you think about the game so far?
Today they're playing so poor. It's a poor play, and we're being disappointed. Really disappointed. I mean, they're cheering, but we can't. But
tell me guys, so you are definitely supporting Dhaka Dynamites. What do you think about the game so far?
Today they're playing so poor. It's a poor play, and we're being disappointed. Really disappointed. I mean, they're cheering, but we can't. But next time we will win.
I hope so. So do you have any favorite players?
Shakib Al Hasan.
Okay, great. You have two great supporters here. So do you have any favorite players? All right, thank you so much, and over to commentary. Great. You have two great supporters
Well,
here.
first chance for Dhaka Dynamite to pick up a wicket.
And over to commentary.
There's a referral gone to the third umpire for a run out. For Dhaka
Now this
Dynamite
looked
to pick up
lazy.
a wicket.
Not sure if he got back in.
There's a referral gone to the third
Fletcher,
umpire for a run out.
good work, well picked up, and very aware. So he manages to get back in safely. Fletcher, good work, well picked up, and very aware. So he manages to get back in safely. Had to stretch to get there. No problems in the end. Had to stretch to get there. No problems in the end. Had to stretch to get there. No problems in the end.
Shouldn't be any surprises. An easy decision. Should be not out. Shouldn't be any surprises. An easy decision. Should be not out. Shouldn't be any surprises. An easy decision. Should be not out. Still waiting for the third umpire's decision. Still waiting for the third umpire's decision. Finally, it's not out. Predictable. Finally, it's not out. Predictable. Taranga survives. Closing in on another 50 in T20 format. Heading the ball on the up. Closing in on another 50 in T20 format. He moves to 43 now, Taranga.
Played fluently through the offside. Saw delivery in the second last over that he just lifted over the offside field. Played fluently through He's one who loves width. Delivery in he waits the ball to come to him, plays it really well through the offside.
And that's what you associate with a player
He waits the ball to come to him, plays it really well.
who's got upright stance. And that's what you associate with a player. 12 overs are completed. It's 96 without loss. He's got upright stance. And that's what you associate with a player. 12 overs are completed. It's 96 without loss.
जिंदगी में कुछ खास मिठास हमेशा साथ रहती है, जैसे व्हाइट और ब्राउन शुगर की खास मिठास मजेदार कैरमल के साथ एक ऐसा अनोखा मजा जो हमेशा रहे आपके पास, क्योंकि कैंडी में है वो खास मिठास जो किसी और में कहां।
Still looking for their first wicket, Dhaka Dynamites. Shakil once again deciding the ball himself. He's bowled well for his first 3 overs, only conceding 14 runs. But when you are defending a low total, you have to pick up wickets. Economy is not important.
Shakib is the one who would normally come and get the wickets, whether he bowls early or in the middle of the innings. But as you talk about a low total being chased, there's no need for them to try and get after the bowlers, so they can afford to just play the better bowlers around, and that's what they've done. As you talk about a low total being chased, there's no need for them to try and get after the bowlers, so they can afford to just play the better bowlers around, and that's what they've done.
He was winding up for a big one, was it? Andre Fletcher. A good bowling from Shakib. Just taking off the pace.
He's done that a few times in his innings.
He's looking from Shakib. Just taking off the pace.
To go for it, and if it's not there, he's adjusted his shot and played the appropriate one. How many times do we see a batsman think he wants to go for the big shot? It's not there, goes through with it, the appropriate one. How many times do we see a batsman think he wants to and gets out? It's not there. That's the sensibility we've been talking about. The ball hasn't been there. Let me readjust and play the appropriate one. That's the sensibility we've been talking about. The ball hasn't been there. Let me readjust and play the appropriate one.
As a batsman, you've got to be flexible. Even you're premeditating, you should have at least a second option. You've got to be flexible. Even you're premeditating. And this allows you to meet success consistently. And this allows you to meet success consistently. Taken the aerial route, flat batted it, and this time around managed the boundary against Shakib Al Hasan.
That's nicely played. Now this one's fuller from Shakib, and he's managed to get under it, and he's struck it beautifully back over the bowler's head. Just the one bounce and into the boundary boards. He's managed to get under it, and he's 103 now the total. Just the one bounce and into the boundary boards. 103 now the total. Just the one bounce and into the boundary boards. 103 now the total.
Will be single to end the over. After 13, it's 105 without loss. Will be single to end the over. After 13, it's 105 without loss.
जिंदगी में कुछ खास मिठास हमेशा साथ रहती है, जैसे व्हाइट और ब्राउन शुगर की खास मिठास मजेदार कैरमल के साथ एक ऐसा अनोखा मजा जो हमेशा रहे आपके पास, क्योंकि कैंडी में है वो खास मिठास जो किसी और में कहां।
अल खैर का 5-स्टार फॉर्म लाइफ टाइम गारंटी के साथ।
कैंडी में है वो खास मिठास जो किसी और में कहां।
अल खैर का 5-स्टार फॉर्म लाइफ टाइम।
It hasn't come. But these two batsmen. It hasn't come. And Fletcher. But these two batsmen. And Tranga marching along relentlessly. Started off very sensibly. Now they are dominating the ball. Marching along relentlessly. Started off very sensibly. Now they are dominating the ball. And Tranga marching along relentlessly. Started off very sensibly. Now they are dominating the ball. Marching along relentlessly. Started off very sensibly. Now that's a nice pickup stroke. It was a slowish bouncer, waited on it, and decided to hit the ball away from the fieldsman. And earns himself a boundary and reaches his 50. Very well played innings from Thuranga.
It is very, very well played. We've talked about how the wicket's a little bit slow. You've got to make sure at this pace you get the ball up to him, Haider. And you can even see he had to wait a little bit longer there, Amir, for the ball to get to him. And that's really meat and drink for a batter who's played as well as he did. Just the 34 balls to get to his 50. Well played.
And only 8 dot deliveries. That's significant. It's not all about hitting the ball out of the park, T20 cricket. Singles are important as well. It's not all about hitting the ball out of the park, T20 cricket. And if as a batsman you negate those dot deliveries, you're always in game and you're always threatening. And if as a batsman you negate those dot deliveries, you're always in game and you're always threatening. And if as a batsman you negate are important as well. And if as a batsman you negate those dot deliveries, you're always in game and you're always threatening. And if as a batsman you negate those dot deliveries, you're always in game and you're always deliveries. You're always in game and you're always threatening. Deliveries. You're always in game and you're always threatening. What a start for the home side. Select sixes. What a start for the home side. Select sixes. What a start for the home side. Select sixes.
He certainly picked up that the wicket's a little bit slow, and he's come in and he's used his variations already in the first over. Not making it easy for the batsmen to play their strokes. However, with the stage that they're at now, there's no need for them to be chasing the bowling, really. Did the work really well at the beginning of the innings. There's no need for them to be chasing the bowling, really.
To be honest, I don't think this pitch is slow. We haven't seen fast bowlers bending their back. To be honest, I don't think this pitch is slow. I think on this pitch, the ball is sliding onto the bat very nicely. The problem is, most of the faster bowlers they have relied on slowish deliveries. The problem is, most of the faster bowlers they have relied on slowish deliveries. They haven't tried to swing the ball in the air. They haven't tried the batsman with a shorter one. Fear of T20 cricket, maybe. Swing the ball in the air. They haven't tried the batsman with a shorter one. Fear of T20 cricket, maybe.
It could be.
Fear of T20.
It could be. It could be. It could be. It could be. It could be.
Look for a big one here. Look for a big one here. Oh. It was winding up for a big one. Good bowling from Kieron Pollard. This ball wider off the off stump. Good bowling from Kieron Pollard. This ball wider off the off stump. It's 124 without loss after 15 overs. It's 124 without loss after 15 overs.
जिंदगी में कुछ खास मिठास हमेशा साथ रहती है, जैसे व्हाइट और ब्राउन शुगर की खास मिठास मजेदार कैरमल के साथ। एक ऐसा अनोखा मजा जो हमेशा रहे आपके पास, क्योंकि कैंडी में है वो खास मिठास जो किसी और ने कहा। जिंदगी में कुछ खास मिठास हमेशा साथ रहती है, जैसे व्हाइट और ब्राउन शुगर की खास मिठास मजेदार कैरमल के साथ। एक ऐसा अनोखा मजा जो हमेशा रहे आपके पास, क्योंकि कैंडी में है वो खास मिठास जो किसी और ने कहा।
Lanka 2 for 20 and Abul Hasan 2 for 24. In reply, a smashing start for Sylhet Sixers, playing in front for the very first time in front of their home ground. Moved on to 124 without loss after 15 overs. And look at the openers. Fletcher on 63, Tharang on 60. Outstanding. What a sight for 15 overs. And look at the openers. Fletcher on 63.
Gorgeous sunset.
Outstanding. What a sight for 15
Opening day of the AKS BPL 2017, powered by Shah Cements. Sunset. And it's been all the home team. Day of the AKS BPL 2017, powered by Shah Cements.
Yeah, what really went wrong for Dhaka Dynamites that the defending champion will be just reflecting and thinking what really went wrong. Absolutely brilliant. Defending champion will be that is brilliant cameramanship. Absolutely stunning. Look at that. Look at those flames. Brilliant. Wow. That is brilliant cameramanship. I've not seen that sight from that close. Flames. Wow. Yeah, just going back to the point that I'm trying to make. Seen that sight from that close. Flames. Wow. Yeah, just going back to the point that I'm trying to make. Dhaka Dynamites will be disappointed because they got the chance to bat first. Yes, Select Sixers won the toss and decided to bowl. Will be disappointed. Lost two early wickets to wickets first. Yes, didn't find anyone to go on. They got all the starts. Lost two again a big shot. It's going to, that was the hand it does. Fine. They got all the starts. Lost two again a big shot. It's going to, that was the hand. Success. Has it come a little bit too late? But they've managed to break the partnership, and it's Adil Rashid who's picked up Fletcher.
Yeah, pretty much too little too late, but at least something for Dhaka to celebrate going ahead into their next game. Yeah, pretty much too little too late, but at least something for Dhaka to celebrate. Bit to reflect on. It was just Andre Fletcher trying to finish in a blaze of glory. The kind of blaze we saw in that lovely Sylhet sunset. Just Andre Fletcher trying to finish in a blaze of glory. The kind of blaze we saw in that moments ago. Sunset. The only wicket to fall so far. Andre Fletcher soaks in the Sylhet applause. Out for 63. 125 for 1. To fall so far. Andre Fletcher soaks in the Sylhet applause. Out for 63. 125 for 1. 125 for 1. The exciting Shabir Rahman walks out. Not much for him to do. Just keep Upul Taranga company. They've got a slip in. Exciting Shabir Rahman walks out. Not much for him to do. Doing a bit of intent are the Dhaka Dynamites. They needed to do this about 10 overs ago. Try and make a breakthrough. Dhaka Dynamites. Intent are the Dhaka Dynamites. They needed to do this about 10 overs ago. Try and make a breakthrough. Dhaka Dynamites. They needed to do this about 10 overs ago. Try and make a breakthrough. Just went for a big hoik, trying to get yet another big six. Was Andre Fletcher. Didn't quite get it in the middle. Just went for a big hoik, trying to get yet another big six. How understated a celebration was that? That tells you where they stand right now in this opening game. How understated a celebration was that? That's going to go past. That's going to be possibly very close to another boundary. It's not. It's going to be cut off. 6 inches from the rope. Nice little battle within a battle there was between the two opening batsmen, possibly fighting for the Player of the Match award. But I guess with Fletcher back in the hut, Taranga now becomes favourite. Possibly fighting for the Player of the Match award.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Well, Shabir Rahman has walked in. Very good strike rate, and he comes in a very comfortable position. That's gone. That's gone. That's one bounce over to the fence. And he comes in a very comfortable position. 8 runs in that over. 132 for 1. 8 runs in that over. 132 for 1. 8 runs in that over. 132 for 1.
Yes, 132 for 1 at the end of 16 overs. Yes, Dhaka Dynamites, I think, just want to run away. What they have to do for the moment is take a bit of a breather, because that's the indication for the Bosundhara LP Gas strategic timeout for one last time. What they have to do for the moment is take a bit of a breather.
फुटबॉल के दीवानों हो जाओ तैयार, जियो सुपर लाया मौका शानदार। लालीगा फैन क्लब में आओ, लालीगा इनामात बेशुमार पाओ। एंट्री है बहुत आसान। लालीगा की मसनूआत हासिल करने का अहल होने के लिए अपने टीवी से लालीगा मैच की 10 सेकंड की वीडियो बनाकर भेजें। अपने इलाके या ग्राउंड में होने वाले किसी भी फुटबॉल मैच की 10 सेकंड की वीडियो बनाकर भेजें। और अगर आप फुटबॉल में कोई खुसूसी महारत रखते हैं तो वो भी हमसे शेयर कीजिए। मुंतखब शुदा वीडियोस को दिए जाएंगे सरप्राइज गिफ्ट्स, जिनमें शामिल हैं मोबाइल फोन्स, लालीगा मसनूआत, फोन लोड्स और बहुत कुछ। अपनी वीडियोस और तस्वीर हमें व्हाट्सएप करें या जियो सुपर के ऑफिशियल फेसबुक पेज पर शेयर करें, क्योंकि खेल मेरा फुटबॉल। या जियो सुपर के ऑफिशियल
for an upset here. They need only 5 more runs to win from 24 deliveries, and what a role he has played for his team. Opal Tharanga, unbeaten on 67 of just 44. I thought Karan Palak would have been used early on. Opal Tharanga, unbeaten on, he came in very, very late into the attack. He'll be going back to the drawing boards and thinking what went wrong. Not the kind of start that Dhaka Dynamites would have hoped for. They'll be going back to the drawing boards and thinking what went wrong. But this is what they're going to be up against. He's coming in to bowl Pollard. Down the leg side, wide delivery. Just a matter of time now to start the celebrations for the newcomers, Select Sixers.
The last thing Sangakkara needed was more exercise. You can see the difference between Tharanga and Fletcher, and this is Opal Tharanga's shot zone. Needed was more exercise. And Fletcher, and this is you can see the difference between Tharanga and Fletcher, and this is Opal Tharanga's shot zone. Needed was more exercise. And Fletcher, and this is you can see the difference between Tharanga and Fletcher, and this is Opal Tharanga's shot zone. Whatever he was fed on the offside, and in sharp contrast, this was Andre Fletcher. Likes to score in the V, and in sharp contrast, Didn't really score too many of the wider deliveries, but anything straight was punished. Talked about this supposed to be a competition between the Dhaka Dynamites and the Sylhet Sixers. At the moment, the biggest competition happening is to adjudicate the man of the match. I can tell you, there's fireworks in the commentary box. Somebody's going to get it at the end once the punches have been pulled in the commentary box. Fun and games towards the end of the innings. 134 for one stroke away from victory. The Sylhet Sixers in front of their adoring home crowd. 134 for one stroke away from victory.
Yeah, it'll be a flying start to this tournament for Sylhet Sixers. Who would have thought that Sylhet would go on to pull out the first upset? They need 3 from 22. You would think that yes, Sylhet will go on to win and pick up first points in this tournament. They've been very professional in this clinical. When they came on to bowl, I thought Nasir Hussain, the captain himself, was outstanding as a role model for the captain. He led from the front, he opened the bowling with the spinners and made the initial breakthrough. And then what else you can say from the opening pair? It's Minister. There he is. Nasir Hussain must be a happy and a pleased man. There he is. Nasir Hussain must be a happy and a pleased
the Finance Minister flew in with us earlier this morning. He was so excited about coming in. Lots of people, looks like a very popular man, lots of people surrounding him for selfies at the airport. Ever smiling, ever smiling. And why shouldn't he be smiling that the Sylhet Sixers doing so well? Such a wonderful start to this tournament. And why shouldn't he be smiling that the Sylhet Sixers doing so well? Such a wonderful start to this tournament. Waiting an eternity almost. And that was the winning runs of the bowling of Kieron Pollard. Upul Tharanga with 69. Shabir Rahman just came in to keep him company at the end after Fletcher was the only man dismissed for the Sylhet Sixers. And for the new boys in front of their home crowd who are now giving them a deafening response to say thank you, A, for bringing us a victory, and B, for bringing the AKS BPL 2017 to this wonderful part of Bangladesh.
What a start to this 5th edition of BPL. Defending champions. In their very first match against the newcomer Sylhet Sixers, losing the first match. And that is a massive margin by 9 wickets. What a role Upul Tharanga in his opening part and Fletcher has played. And that is a massive margin by 9
Bangladesh.
Wickets. What a start to this 5th edition of BPL. Defending champion. In their very first match against the newcomer Sylhet Sixers, losing the first match. And that is a massive margin by 9 wickets. What a role Upul Tharanga in his opening part and Fletcher has played. It's the newcomer Sylhet Sixers, losing the first match. And that is a massive margin by 9 wickets. What a role Upul Tharanga in his opening part and Fletcher has played. Facing a modest total of 136 set by Dhaka Dynamites. When you don't put up a big total, it eases the pressure initially, and in the end, that was absolutely stunning performance from the newcomer Sylhet, so they'll be very happy. It's just the start of the tournament, the first match, still a very, very long way to go, but Dhaka Dynamites will be very disappointed, but not the ones on the screen, led by the man himself, Nasir Hussain, the captain leading from the front and winning his very first match in this edition of BPL. What a performance, what a moment for Sylhet Sixers.
Yes, as Athar mentioned, it's a long tournament, so they're not going to get too carried away, but they will still soak in the atmosphere of a victory on the opening day against the defending champions, no less, and a star-studded team. Heaven Lewis, Sangakkara, Kieron Pollard, Shakib Al Hasan, you name it, they were in the opposition, but they have been flattened, and the Sixers have gone on to a victory on the opening day.
Yeah, that's the beauty of T20. you can never pick up a favorite here, because any team can do the damage that they're not expecting of. I mean, look at this game. I mean, you had Adil Rashid there. You talk about all the big names, favorites, one of the best teams. Look at the combination, outstanding. But what a gift for the supporters for Sylhet. It is at a beautiful, beautiful stadium. Look at the combination, outstanding. The spectators, the fans have come in really big numbers. It's not only the fans which are inside the stadium, the massive queues outside the stadium. Would you believe it? The spectators, the fans have come, and they've presented Sylhet with a massive win. What a start. The disappointment on these faces here. They are in a shock, but that's the beauty of a game. Still a long way to go. You really don't want to be too much disappointed. Think about the next game. But that's the beauty of a game. Dhaka Dynamite. But it's the moment to cherish for Sylhet. Think about the next game. But that's the beauty of a game. Dhaka Dynamite. But it's the moment to cherish.
They're the one team around the stadium. The banners that we saw most of were the locals saying, "Welcome to Sylhet, welcome to the world."